Well, it's still going on. Running by, screaming stuff. People talking about that weird Steve that's wanted by the Maslin police. And that Eric's wanted by Maslin and Canton for stalking. They didn't have a court order to watch me. And I don't think their date rape, drug confessions, and so-called sodium pentothal reports are in their hard telling what those men did besides leaving giant bruises on my legs and get me to say something stupid. And stalking me in my home. That's why the Maslin police are looking for him. Officer in uniform, Maslin, November 24, 21, 8:40 a.m. Altman Stat Care on Wales Road. I'm here to watch it. There's a Steve and Eric stalking her, and we don't know who they are yet. And it's finally got funny after everything they did. Nothing's admissible. No, it's not. You can't break in and watch somebody. They didn't have a court order. They used people's low IQs. They admitted to framing me March 24, 22, 1:30. Everyone heard it. These people have sold the police protected life case and made money off of hurting me. They're sick, and these people think it's funny making fun of their victim. They're not. They're not at all. I had taped this one girl admitting that they had harassed this other girl at home in the office until she was too scared to leave. Even her home. And that they vandalized somebody else's home because they went and dated one of their kids, and the other girl left her husband. So they stalked her for months. So this constant harassment is not new for that occult. What is new is there was a judge's daughter involved this time, and some of the crooked undercover police in Ravenna helped out before the retired judge's daughter, and then they sold the protective life case. The agent called the wrong police station, called the courthouse. The boys took it from the courthouse, and everybody knew the boys were involved. Out of their jurisdiction, 10.6 miles out. I lived in Primera Township. They should have went to the Portage County Sheriff's. I didn't live in Ravenna. I only had a Ravenna mailing address. And they legally took Will's case. Now, Will at the Canton FBI did start a protected life case. He took my statement, agreed to protect me. And I had an officer talk today, so it made it legal. It's the only time you can be in somebody's home, 4th Amendment. And 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, if you want to put it that way. And it just, these people are not funny at all. And then laughing at me and saying, stupid, dirty pervert, how dare you watch her? How we already heard about the shower scene, and I told you all the times that people told on him, went to the Canton police and investigators for drugging me up and telling me to say stuff before, for them photoshopping everything, for them photoshopping the shower scene. And then people make fun of me for these stalkers that broke in my home and watched me illegally and then did those crimes, and I'd wake up with giant bruises on my leg and then hand marks embedded in my arm and a gash on my leg. My leg was bleeding on the bed. They actually cut me under drugs. And the only thing I did is wake up and impersonated federal officers, framed the FBI for crimes. It's horrible. I mean, I went to meet my one friend, and I stopped at Sheetz the other day. Some guys were outside. There's no excuse for those people, those boys to rape her. And they're in there mocking me. And then I had to go meet my friend. And I didn't mention it. It's just constant harassment. Did they almost get shot in the head driving? Did they have to hide on a shooting night? Did they face 6 stalkers? Did they get beat with internal injuries? Did they get cut up? Did they get raped and tortured and then sell it on the internet while you're trying to save your family and keep your family out of this and then try to help somebody that said their family member died up there? No, I did. And these people do not even have enough integrity to trim my toenails, to even say a damn word about some fucking stalker photoshopping a shower scene and drugging me up with date rape drugs, or so-called sodium pentothal reports. They're date rape drugs. They've been talking about it in the neighborhood. Yeah, date rape drugs. They roofied my one neighbor in a bar, and he didn't know how he got home. And he didn't know he went to the bank. And when he went back to that bar 5 months later, they let him watch the video after they roofied him. He told everybody he was an astronaut and drove around high all night. They refer to them as human slave drugs. You do and say what you're told. It's not funny to do that to someone, and it's not funny these people make fun of me for that. I have never been in question of the police of wrongdoing. I've never been prosecuted, and I've never been found guilty. I have nothing but one traffic ticket from '89. And I paid my ticket. A CCW and a notary license. That's it. And then I got raped and tortured by one of the dirty undercover police, for we can't have her state what happened up there. And they show it to even 8-year-old little children. That cop raping a woman. It's real funny, isn't it? See, but the unique case with me, I talked to an FBI agent. He opened a state case, turned it over to the police. That agent fell right into their hands. Calling the wrong police department. February 25th, 22, McDonald's, Hills and Dales Road, and Whipple. A man walks in right before noon. He should live 2 or 3 houses down from 4490 John Thomas from Ravenna. I seen his car there. Was one of my old neighbors. He walked in. I'm tired of this. Those undercover police called Will and told Will she was lying, so he wouldn't help her. I found out he didn't watch one house tape for them to get away with this. They lied to him. And then said, her ex-husband showed up at a store in Ravenna and told everyone he didn't want her anymore, and been trying to get rid of her for a while, and nothing worked. And he asked all those people in that store to help, and it's been the people in the store doing it to her. Retired Judge Pete, for his daughter. He looked like he's about 70. My one client seen him. He was down at Oakland apartment right before Christmas with another guy while they're driving by the apartment building, screaming stuff down in there. Constant harassment. He pulled in next to me, my client. I see her out today. It's not funny. What's going on? And he said, yeah, I know what they did to her head. And they laughed, and I'm like, shut up. They have no shame. They have no shame. They've already been told on repeatedly for drugging me and telling me say stuff before, photoshopping everything, people not seeing drug confessions before, and other ones seeing only shower scenes and washing. They're not funny, and I'm glad those people had enough integrity to go to the police and stand up for what's right. I was found innocent of everything in 18. With a case, the agent did open a protected life case for an informant. And everybody was getting followed around, and some of my grandkids made up some mean jokes, really mean jokes, because the house wasn't meant for Grandma, it was meant for Auntie Shell, and Papa and Grandma needs to get out. And then later on, we're making everything up. Yeah. They're documented, mean games of pretend. And it just, them even impersonating a federal officer for her, I called that agent back. It was probably a next door neighbor who was seen in the picture window after the house after mine at 4490 John Thomas was a duplex. A lady on one side, a group of men on the other side. They had a copy of my phone, and because my head was spinning from being drugged up, I couldn't remember to tell them. And that guy was seen in the picture window. He may be on a lease. If not, they know who he is. Going up to Apostolic Church of Barberton to Paul Payment, pretending he's an FBI agent. And he's probably just a neighbor. I showed his picture to a Portage County sheriff. He didn't know him. He's not a cop. So, yeah. And then framing the FBI for crimes, telling people they're agents from the agency stationed in the courthouse or FBI. That makes you dirty cops. And it makes the good police officers look bad. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life. And they have to speak to everyone before they start. I even said that to a Portage County sheriff. He's like, yeah. They didn't even know about Will's case. And it should have went to them. That's how not funny this is. And people need to wake up and realize how stupid they are falling for stalkers, druggers, killers, and rapists. And think it's funny making fun of their victim. It's not funny. None of this is. I was found innocent in 18 of everything. And because of their involvement, my ex-husband has not went to jail for trying to have me murdered, my middle son, his wife, and my granddaughters. And they may have killed people up there. I got tortured trying to help a lady saying that her husband died. For we can't ever state what happened up there and get violently tortured. These people aren't funny even saying a damn word to me. Not a damn word. I almost died to save my family. My ex-husband looked at me and said, Karen, realize I'll kill everything you ever loved in life. And I thought, over my dead body, bastard. Over my dead body. And where everybody's saying they're for Dave and Michelle, I started taping people witnessing. And the police have the same thing I do. The officers call it Karen around the house. What's that? One of us have to watch her, listen to her every day. I was supposed to be in protective light custody. And I never had to stay quiet one day. And then they sold a login by Christmas 18 for regular people to watch all this horror of them abusing me.